when you put a group of fanboys in a room with a mic? From video games, comics, and movies to uncensored social commentary, nothing is off limits. With your hosts, Pistol Pete Jr., The Blue Guy, Chuck Ditch, G-Roll, and Player 2. This is The Real Press Start. So sit down, load up, log in, and press start.
Welcome to the Peter and Al podcast.
Oh, yes! We are fucking back. It is time once again for you to put them headphones in and with them Peters out. It is your host, Pistol Pete Jr., Chubb Didge, and Jeezy Weezy, a.k.a. Sack Time.
All right.
It's a good one.
That was a good one.
Sponsored by Tide Pods.
Only Tide Pods? Not Tide?
No.
Tide Pods.
All right.
Subsidiary of Tide. Code word pod.
Code word pow.
Pa, pa, pa.
So.
I think we've broken him, Michael. I think we've broken him.
Never. I have a story, and I want to hear how you guys feel about it. Because I have an opinion on it.
Isn't that the show?
Is it about the show?
Yeah, I mean, it is. It is, obviously.
And I would like you guys' opinion.
But this one's been...
And maybe some conversation about the story, and maybe a few quips. Maybe something funny.
So you guys have watched The Witcher.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which, don't ever use the hard ER. The Witchers are offended.
And the storyline
Only
pretty
they
much
can
follows
see
the books, The
Witcher.
Last Wish.
We haven't even seen it.
I've seen enough.
You've seen 15 minutes of the
Anyway.
thing, and you act like you know what the fucking show.
Anyway, these characters are well-known characters, and there is multiple petitions out right now
4.
to make Geralt
Black.
and Dandelion
Gay?
a couple.
No.
No,
Yaskier dies.
Jaskier, not Dandelion.
He dies.
Yaskier doesn't die.
He doesn't
He's
die.
dead. FYI. The genie killed him.
That was the last wish.
But yeah, so like there's like a legit movement around this, like
And then
people are trying to
Trish
make him
needs
gay.
to be a ginger. That's what I need.
That's a lot of people are pissed about that. But
He's
technically
already,
the
fucking
game.
all sorts of bitches.
What?
He's already all fucking all sorts of bitches, and now you're gonna be like, oh,
Yeah, he's in love.
Oh,
Well, see, the
they're-
thing about it is like everyone's like, oh, their relationship. They're friends.
Yeah.
They're really good friends. It doesn't have to be fucking sexual.
Yeah.
They can't just be friends.
Wasn't
Like,
there was also
what the fuck?
There was also an article about Star Wars about Finn and what's his name.
Yeah, Finn but I think they did that on
Finn and
purpose.
What do you
Well,
mean?
because
There's a lot of hugging.
in Last Jedi, they did kind of like
They had that.
they're like very like
Yeah.
what's the word? Homoerotic.
Yeah. They keep
I don't know. I didn't know this. I don't even remember the movie. Really.
and they keep like
Well, Poe's always giving that fucking lip bite to everybody. To everybody,
yeah.
But everyone focuses hit when he gives it to Finn, and they're like, "Oh my god, they could be gay! Oh yeah!" And then Finn was kind of like reciprocating in a certain way.
But I think because Finn is
But it's
like, if you notice his
like-
character, he's like that. That's just how he is with everybody.
Yeah.
He's like that with Rey. He's like that with that fucking new chick that's fucking Lando's daughter. He's like that with Rose. Like,
Yeah, but I never really thought of it like, oh yeah, he's gay. Like, oh, they might, there's a possibility that they're gay. But I think it's like when you're like really good guy friends, like you'll just do gay shit, like ironically.
It
like,
doesn't have to be gay though. Like it doesn't have to be.
You know what? I'm sick and tired of all like these people like trying to press like the movie producers and shit to
Like trying to pressure.
Force gay characters into movies all the time, and they don't even complain about fucking how many like gay athletes there are that don't even come out.
Like I
Like
understand.
focus on that. That's real life shit. There's like so many gay athletes that don't eat like what? There's like one gay football player.
I think there's more now, but
I know, but like there was only one out of the closet like
a couple years ago.
That black guy.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah, but you
he wasn't
remember him.
particularly like very good.
He wasn't
football
good.
player.
Yeah, he wasn't that good. But he was like, why isn't there more out of the closet athletes? Even like, or like you have Amanda Nunes. She's like she's the best women's fighter of all time.
She's one of the gayest women's fighters ever.
And she's lesbian,
Yeah.
and people you guys aren't touting and celebrating her. You guys are bitching about fucking Hollywood, but yet not that many people know who Amanda Nunes is. Or,
like the one thing I say is like, okay, because like
there's so
everybody
many
wants
gay-
to see.
There's so many gay. There's got to be like, I mean, a quarter or a third, or like even 10% of the athletes are gay.
Yeah.
But you never hear about them. Like, there's never any of them.
I feel like there is everybody wants to see representation in mainstream media. Everybody wants to see like, oh, look at that's
But
someone that I can relate to.
But exactly, but that's what I'm saying. You want to see I can relate to that. But you need the actual people. You need the actual heroes first to base the art to base their struggle on. Because we don't understand. Mainstream media doesn't really understand the gay struggle because there's not that many, like I said, like athletes. It's like they don't want to come out. Like like athletes and like or like soldiers. They're like the real life heroes.
They're the real life witchers.
Yeah, they're like the real life people like that people look up to and admire. And not that many of them come out of the closet or.
I mean, up until a few years ago, it was against military policy.
Yeah, I know that. Exactly. I know that, but that's what I'm saying.
Well, there was don't ask to tell me.
Yeah. What I'm saying is because like, it's kind of like with Hispanics and with blacks and with other races. Like, I want to see more. Like that's why there's like during the '90s there was a lot of urban shows. It was like that. There was representation for those for those demographics. But at the same time, it's not like we're going and saying like, I want Iron Man to be Mexican. Why isn't Iron Man Mexican?
Mm-hmm.
It's like why isn't the Witcher Mexican? Him and his best friend can be Mexican. It's like it's not like forcing okay, this character was created. It's a well-known character. It has a huge history.
There's no such thing as Mexico.
It's just because the only ones that get made are like white people.
Yeah, but at the same time, like this is.
There's not even like a Spain type. There's not even like a Spain type country in The Witcher.
But no, I know, but that's what my argument is. It's like they're like, why isn't the Witcher? Why can't he be gay with Dandelion?
Like everyone in The Witcher's like Russian or Slavic or
that's the whole
Arabian.
Well, the writer's Polish.
Yeah,
Everything is
they're Polish.
Everything is very, very Polish. But yeah, no, I understand wanting representation, but at the same time, it's like not everything has to be gay.
You're just being homophobic.
Not everything has to be like no. But the thing is like white. Okay, yes, they have that relationship. They have that friendship where there's a love between those two guys. That doesn't mean it's sexual.
That's not the character. It's based on a book. The book isn't. It's not about a gay character.
Yeah, exactly. And that relationship isn't a gay relationship. Like that relationship that they have in the show is in the book. It's in the games.
But you know what it is? It's because they made Trish black. So they're like, why can't Carol be gay now?
Yeah, I guess. But at the same time, it's like no, it doesn't. Like, well, see, and even then, like making it gay makes it sexual.
Yep.
and it's not a sexual relationship.
No.
Because if you make both of those characters gay, you're insinuating their relationship is a gay relationship. Now that insinuates that they're fucking.
Yep.
And no,
Or that they want to fuck.
They want to fuck. Yeah, like why can't like two male characters can't be really close friends on TV without being they should be gay. And it's ridiculous. And
I don't know. Honestly, I mean, I could see them wanting more because there isn't no gay representation.
No, and again, like I said, I understand wanting representation, but
not like that.
Yeah,
like you can have your own gay.
Dandelion's not even gay.
Or have
Dandelion's like he's a womanizer.
Yeah, he's
his whole thing is he's like.
But like what I'm saying is like have gay shows. Why don't you guys clamoring for your own gay shows instead of?
Well,
they had to turn everything else gay. Two of the
biggest comedy shows of all time were gay shows. Ellen was a huge show. Ellen, remember? Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres. She had a sitcom where she came out.
Well, I guess even her fucking show.
Yeah, and then her show.
Even her talk show.
But her sitcom was literally about being gay.
It was like literally her coming out.
Yeah, it started off as like she was just like a straight woman, or she was a single woman living in today's society, and then like she came out as gay in real life, and then they made her character come out gay on the show, and it became about Gay Ellen.
Gay Ellen.
Gay Ellen.
And what was it on Will and Grace?
Will and Grace, yeah, like it's like
Will and Grace was huge too.
They have, I mean,
yeah, they do.
But yeah,
but I think they want more. Like, they don't want, like, that kind of gay. They want, like, a normal gay.
Oh, and here's another
they
petition.
Want, like, a masculine, like, this guy's a hero, but he sucks dicks.
Yeah.
And or fucks.
There's none of that. They're very...
That should be like when that, like, when the description they did the description of like the characters of the show, like when you scroll through Netflix and it's like
the very end.
Geralt of Rivia is a monster hunter disliked by the humankind, but blah 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 blah. Also, he sucks dick.
Oh, sounds like a good show. Let's watch it.
He sucks dicks.
He sucks dicks.
You had me at dicks.
So this is okay. This is a new petition. This is a more recent one. The goal of this petition is to get CD Projekt Red to create another Witcher game in the same vein as the current trilogy, but have Geralt and Dandelion / Jasker as a couple.
No.
The relationship between Geralt and Dandelion is a unique comedic one that has been portrayed very well in the books, games, and most recently the Netflix series. Their relationship is one of contrast, where Geralt takes the role of a dark, moody character, and his probably best friend and occasional sidekick is utilized as comedic relief. It's clear that even though Geralt tries to hide they care about each other, they have genuine respect, blah, blah, blah. We know it's a bit... where'd it go?
Yeah, Geralt is supposed to be, like, annoyed by him all the time.
Yeah. Seeing a gay romance option helps validate gay persons. This might help give someone validation they need to feel accepted in the environment. No. Then look elsewhere. Because, like, this isn't, like... It's like, okay...
Dandelion gets mad pussy, and then Geralt just, like, fucks Yennefer, Triss, and what's her name?
And
they want a gay option, like like in like how they have
in Mass Effect,
like the audio versions, like French,
gay,
Spanish,
gay,
homosexual, gay subtitle.
Yeah,
that's gonna be the name of the episode.
It's like the most stereotypical gay man, just
audio
translating stuff into typing. Oh my god!
It's like playing Call of Duty and like, oh, there's no gay character. Like, how do you know there's not a gay character? First of all, they don't give you much background on the characters.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's like
actually they do.
Well, yeah, they do now. The last two they've gone pretty deep on. I mean, like
they give all the operators backstory.
Yeah.
Shit. They're fucking.
Are we just recording on the phone after all?
No, we're doing on both.
Oh.
Both.
Oh, okay, just see him.
Both.
Doing a comparison.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, it doesn't like. I understand wanting validation, and again, I understand wanting to see representation.
But have your own show, not changing. Don't change other shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just make a new character who's badass and happens to be gay.
And if it doesn't take off, it doesn't take off.
Yeah. Then
Just like, okay, did you know there's
drawing board and try again.
There's a couple different Mexican superheroes. Like there's a hero named Aztec. Have you ever heard of him?
It's pretty shit.
Exactly. It was a shitty series. It was a shitty series. It didn't get picked up. I mean, it got picked up. It's like lasted for a while, but it's not mainstream because it's not Superman. It's not Spider-Man. It's okay, and that's why they don't fucking put that shit out. I mean, they made what's his name? Ghost Rider. He's Hispanic. I think he's specifically Mexican.
Specifically?
Well,
Specifically Mexican?
Yeah, specifically. He's specifically
Like,
Mexican.
He lives in California.
Yeah.
Not on the Gulf Coast?
I can't remember his name now.
Yeah, he was born in Baja, California.
He's a Pacific Mexican.
Robbie Reyes he was a Ghost Rider.
The actor or
the hero, the new character.
The character?
So, because Johnny Blaze was Ghost Rider
Johnny
forever.
Blaze.
But now it's Robbie Reyes.
Robbie Redskin?
Should have been like Roberto Del Fuego.
Let's see, Robbie. Where's Robbie from? Fictional character biography.
Yeah, because if
He's Chilean.
if Ghost Rider's name was Robbie Blaze, right? Is that what you said?
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze. Then it should be like Roberto Del Fuego.
Right? Well, no, because the Ghost Rider mantle can be passed on, kind of like Venom.
No.
Venom?
Yeah, but Johnny Blaze just happened to have a name.
Well, he was a stunt driver.
Okay, but was that his real name?
Johnny
Blaze's real name?
You know what? Let me read Johnny Blaze because there's been multiple. There's also been Danny Ketch is another Ghost Rider.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not. Johnny Blaze was just the first Ghost Rider. Or the first.
All right. Well, the first Mexican Ghost Rider should be
Robert Fuego.
Roberto Del Fuego.
Roberto Del Fuego. He's from East LA, so I'm assuming he's Mexican.
I'm assuming his last name is Blaze.
He lives with his developmentally disabled brother Gabe, and seeks to get away from dangerous gang-riddled streets.
Gabe
of East
Blaze. Or is it Gabe Del Fuego?
Gabe Del Fuego. They don't specify if he's Mexican. He's just Hispanic.
Are we talking about Robbie Blaze?
We're talking about Robbie Reyes. Yes, Robbie Blaze. Robbie Del Fuego.
Bobby Blaze?
Bobby Blaze.
Is it Robbie Blaze anymore? I don't know. Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze. Talking about Johnny Blaze. Is that Johnny Blaze's real name?
No. It is not. It is a stage name, but they don't say his real name.
So, all intents and purposes,
Johnny Blaze is
his real name.
Yes. Have we talked about the PS5's backward compatibility on the show?
No, not on the show.
We have not.
That's new news as of this week.
Yes. So the rumor has it that it will play all the way up to PS1 games. PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, but not PS5 games.
That would be epic.
If it plays all the way back,
That's what they said, right?
Yeah, it's going to play all the way back to PS1 games.
That's what they said?
That's what they said.
That's a rumor. That's what they,
That's
them.
not a rumor? Or did
That's
PlayStation?
what they
No,
claim.
it's not PlayStation. It's they.
Who's they?
Them.
Just the people?
The people. Yeah. It's a rumor.
so-
It's a rumor that leaked from a reliable source.
From CES?
Yeah. So I'm hoping that.
Yeah, so probably somebody said was like, yeah, we're shooting for backwards compatibility.
All the way back to PS1.
All the way back to PS1, but we're not quite there yet. But
Yeah.
the end game is for that. And then somebody's like, they're going to have PS1 games, and PS2 games, and PS3 games, and PS4 games.
Yep. The one thing that PlayStation has come out to talk about is 8K.
12K.
PlayStation is being developed to work with to display 8K, and Sony is literally developing their new TVs around the PlayStation 5,
Sick.
which is pretty awesome. So, picking up a PlayStation 5 and then buying a Sony TV afterwards, it's still...
They should have like a whole package.
I'm sure they will. Best Buy usually does stuff like that.
Package?
They do like they'll do a
Care
TV.
package?
They'll do a TV fucking... let me get more care package. But yeah, they'll do like a TV fucking PlayStation bundle. They did that for the PS4. I remember that.
Oh.
It's like it's like I remember seeing it on the ads. It was the way the ad made it look was like PS4. Like it was like $1,800. It's like why the fuck is a PS4 $1,800?
Yeah.
And then you click on to get more details, and it's the PlayStation. I think it was like a 50-inch TV
50.
and something else.
50-inch. Yeah, I can't go back to playing on TV.
Yeah, I noticed you struggle.
It feels so bad.
But yeah, it's kind of cool that they're using the PlayStation's technology to develop their next line of technology when it comes to TVs and other forms of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
That just shows you how all in they are on PlayStation.
Like, watch. Like, next time you go to my house, play like a game of Call of Duty.
Okay.
And tell me that it's not like the best experience you've ever had.
I can use a controller, right?
Huh?
I can use a controller.
Yeah,
no.
sure.
Oh, can't use a controller.
I can. No, I'm not. I can't mouse and keyboard.
Yes.
I can't.
You
I,
have
mean,
to.
I use a controller when I play Call of Duty.
Do you? Okay.
You have to.
Nintendo Switch. There's a rumor it's coming out of CES
Switch it.
that there's going to be a Switch Pro,
Yeah.
Switch Pro?
May 2020.
Why are they calling it a Switch Pro like they call it PlayStation?
Well,
Will it
it's-
have 4K?
Pro for lack of a better, whatever they're gonna call it.
So they haven't
But will it have 4K?
ever picked a name? Native 4K.
Native 4K.
Native.
Lots of story.
I think they should at least go up to 1440.
Let's see. Powerful Switch Pro could release in 2020. Let me see. According to sources,
Maybe
blah,
even
blah,
1920.
blah. It just says more powerful. It doesn't say anything about displays. Oh wait. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that Nintendo will launch a Switch Pro. More specifically, I predict 4K support, bigger cartridge sizes, and of course, beefed up components. Oh yeah.
Bigger cartridge size.
Like memory size.
Oh, okay. I was saying like the games.
It's just bigger, just chunkier.
Junkies.
And so that 8K thing is. I have two stories. I forgot about this, and this one. I like how it just shows you how people get you to click on their articles. So the first article, the one I told you about right now earlier with the PlayStation 8K TVs, is Sony developing 8K TVs based on PlayStation's capabilities. Right? That was the headline. This one is, here's Sony's PS5 weapon to take down the Xbox Series. And it's not a PlayStation.
It's a TV.
It's a TV.
You know, that's just like the way they get you to click on their shit. Like,
Capital Bitties.
Blibbidi-bidi.
PlayStation Capital Bitties.
apparently Oscar Isaac and fucking John Boyega never want to work for fucking Disney ever again.
They don't want to?
Apparently not.
Who?
John
Well,
Boyega and...
From what I understand, a lot
Was
of
that-
like everyone
was that the black-
from the last trilogy.
Was that the black
kinda
guy
doesn't
as
want
well?
to do it
Yeah.
anymore.
Who's that?
What?
John Boyega's black
Paul
guy.
and- yeah, Paul and Finn.
Oh.
John Boyega's Finn.
Oscar Isaac is
Poe.
fucking Poe. Fake ass Han Solo.
Have you ever seen the there's a random picture
Han Solo,
of fucking
Diet
Oscar
Han
Isaac.
Solo?
Diet Han Solo, yeah.
There's a random picture of Oscar Isaac. He's got a bag of hot Cheetos. And he's got like the top of it rolled all the way down, and he's holding it like this.
Uh-huh.
He's got chopsticks, and he's eating the fucking Cheetos with chopsticks.
It's a good idea.
It's a good idea, but like the picture, the way it's just him holding the bag up, like he's holding the bag like
Especially if
chest
you had
level.
lemon on them bitches. Chopsticks is the way to go.
It is a good idea. But he's got like a
Also,
beanie
you
on,
can just use a
and it's just kind of like
fork spoon.
on, like where it's not like you like, it's like, you know, like sometimes you wear a beanie and like as you move it kind of just slowly goes off your head, and it's like so the beanie's just barely,
it's like all squished at the top, and then just kind of sort of on his forehead.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just sitting right there, and it's like all squished on top, and he's got this surprised look, and he's just sitting there like. It's just a very random photo, and it just popped in my head.
Never seen it.
But yeah. So apparently they're saying that Disney was pretty shitty, and they were like evil demon overlords, and yeah. So they're probably not gonna work for Disney again.
Why not?
Because A, they said all that stuff publicly, and then B, they probably
wouldn't want to do it.
They probably had a really bad experience. So.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
I wonder why though.
There's a Disney Plus outage? What the fuck?
Yeah, as in there's no shows.
Oh, this isn't the same picture, but it's the same. I think this is a picture before the beanie was coming off his head.
That's not a good.
My friend was saying something about an Obi-Wan series coming soon.
Yes, there is. It's called. It's called Kenobi.
An Obi-Wan movie?
Series on
Series?
Disney Plus. Yeah.
Oh, when he was young?
I don't know about when he is
They
young,
did.
or if it's
In between?
It's probably in between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than likely.
Because you kind of already know what happened when he was young, unless
Yeah.
you want to see when he's like a child. You know.
Yeah, but because there's Clone Wars, all that stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
he's in all of that.
Yeah, and in Phantom Menace, he's like fucking 18.
Yeah. So, yeah, more than likely it's going to be what happened between 3 and 4. And the only thing that's been floating, the reason is because an image, and it's like being confirmed, it's not fan art, it was an actual, let me see, hold on, Kenobi.
Could they just do new stuff already instead of trying to bring up old shit around the same events over and over again?
No.
It's annoying.
Yeah. Honestly, they need to do different
Like
shit.
they're just doing around the same events. Like, yes, we get it already. We don't need to get any more in depth over this fucking series of events. You guys milked it for all that it's worth. Move on. Come up with new characters like the Mandalorian. That's why everybody loves the Mandalorian, because it literally has nothing to do with anything.
That's the
other than just being in the universe of Star Wars.
Kenobi, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the show logo that's been floating around.
Kenobi, yeah. You're such a Star Wars dick rider, Peter.
I am not.
You are. You're like, oh, I want to see this show.
I do want to see that
Great.
show.
It's gonna be great.
I do want to see it.
It's great.
Kenobi.
It's gonna be great, and I'm gonna love it. And I'm gonna love it.
Because if they do,
I give it a 7.5. It's great. 7.5. It's great. I love it.
if they do episode 3, between episode 3 and 4, then that means you'll get into like Darth Maul stuff.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan Kenobi finally kills him later.
Or he kills him a second time?
He kills him like a third time.
A third time? They have the 3 fucking Darth Maul fights him 3 times and he can beat him once?
Yeah.
He should have learned his lesson after, like, homeboy was, I'm hanging from one arm.
But see, that's the fault. That's the folly in the Sith teachings. Is he's led by anger and passion.
He's led by anger.
And so his passion and anger blind him to being tactical. Like, this guy keeps whooping my ass. Maybe I shouldn't fight him anymore.
Yeah.
Or he gets better.
In Star Wars Rebels, they get into it.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan Kenobi just fucks the shit out of...
Literally.
yeah, it's just like a 30-minute porno.
It's just... Force fucking...
Yeah, just giving it an enema with the lightsaber.
Oh, God.
He Gaddafi's him.
Gaddafi's in it.
Oh.
He turns on. He just shows the handle down his ass, and he turns it on.
Let me have that fat cat back.
And then you just see the tip of the blade come out his mouth.
Come on, off.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
I think let's take a quick break. On that note, we'll be right back. Hey guys, really quick, just want to take a quick break to talk about Anchor. This is the app we're using to create this podcast right now. If you've ever thought about starting your own podcast, Anchor FM is awesome. When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had millions of questions. We had no idea how to do it. How to record an episode? It was a struggle. How do you find background music? We still don't have background music, but Anchor FM lets us do that. We just don't use it. How do I get my show posted? How do I get it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play Music, all the other places people listen? Where do I find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcasts. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. My favorite thing is that everything is done in the app. You record, you edit, you post, everything's just right there. You know, when I'm not around, G-Roll's able to do it. And you know, how easy is it?
It's easy.
There you go. So, anchor.fm/start. Get your own podcast. If you're not doing it, you're wrong.
And we're going.
And we're back.
Hey, wait, did you press it right now?
Yeah.
I think it just... Because I didn't press the button. So I think when you pressed it...
Well, no, this is Sony Acid. This is not connected to that in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, it's not?
No.
That was weird.
That was very weird.
That was weird.
Nice.
Maybe
It's
you
the
can do
ghost.
the voice commands.
Go.
Pause.
Stop. Still going. No. Experiment over. Okay.
Right? Yeah. Well, no, unless because once it starts recording, it cuts off voice commands so that you don't accidentally stop recording while you're recording.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
Where's the CIA?
do you remember a while back Kevin Smith was talking about doing Mallrats 2?
No.
And it was going to turn into he was going to do... Yeah, he was going to do Mallrats 2. And no one wanted to do it.
Malratas?
And then he decided to make it into a TV series. So it was going to be Mallrats 2, but it was going to be done as a TV series, and it's going to focus on... It was going to be Brody Bruce's daughter.
It's just going to be Stranger Things without Stranger Things.
Without the supernatural. But now it's going to be...
All of America?
But so that got cut out because it was going to be Harley Quinn. Smith was going to play Brody... She was going to play Banner Bruce, which is Brody Bruce's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was going to be her... It was pretty much going to be Mallrats 1, but with the younger casts again. So it was... No, I'm sorry. It was going to be Die Hard in the Mall. That's what it was going to be.
Gotcha.
So
there's going to be terrorists.
yeah, Brody...
So, Stranger Things?
The main character from the first Mallrats, or the comic relief character, Brody, was going to be doing a Comic-Con in the mall. And then terrorists were going to attack. And then Jay and Silent Bob saved the day.
Terrorists?
Yes. But that got shit canned.
Uh-huh.
And now he's going to do it now, but he's come out saying he is going to make a Mallrats 2. It's going to be Twilight of the Mallrats. But he hasn't given any details. Now that Jay and Silent Bob came out.
How was it anyway?
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I've heard it's amazing, but I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't heard anything.
I have only heard good reviews of it. Well, no, I take that back. I've heard a couple shitty reviews, but they're from fucking like movie critics and like, oh, it's shit humor and it's if you like this kind of thing, then you might like this movie, but it's just shitty stoner comedy. It's like, well, yeah, that's why you watch a fucking Jay and Silent Bob movie. It's like watching Cheech and Chong and getting mad because it's stoner comedy.
I was like, oh my god.
With sophomoring jokes.
We just talked about weed all the time.
Yeah.
Metallica's a pretty good band, but they're metal.
Yeah, exactly. Like shit, like it's those fucking shitty critics. They're like, oh, they're too fucking.
But it's a metal band.
They're too classy to watch shit like this, but they have to because it's their job.
Too much noise distortion.
But the guitars are too heavy.
But most people have heard like if you like Kevin Smith movies, you're gonna like.
It's too fast. It's too much bass.
And talking about stuff coming back, No, that's Overwatch. Never mind. That's not what I'm talking about. Did you ever watch Firefly ever?
No.
Bullshit.
No. Have you ever watched Firefly?
I would, but I heard it's only one season.
It's an amazing show that makes you want more, because
Because it sucks.
it was only one season.
It got canceled after one season, so could it really be that good?
It's an amazing series. It really is. The reason they got canceled though is because like at the time it was going up against like other I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Better shows.
No, it wasn't even better shows. The fact is just it was a sci-fi a sci-fi show in a time where people were like, okay, well, Star Trek's over, and
Sci-fi is for nerds.
Yeah, exactly. It was in a time where this nerd revolution wasn't what it is.
Sci-fi was only Star Trek, and people who like Star Trek are nerds.
Exactly. Yeah. But no, Firefly is, if you picture Uncharted in space.
Okay.
That's Firefly. It's a really, really good show. The cast is amazing. It's hilarious. It's one of the one thing about it is the cast has the chemistry between the cast is what makes that show so good. And people have been fighting for years to.
Speaking of Uncharted, have people could just give it up on that movie?
No, Tom Holland and we talked about this a couple of shows back.
They always talk about all these games returning to movies and it never happens.
Tom Holland has been.
They've been talking about Uncharted.
Yeah.
Being a movie ever since we fucking started the podcast.
Yes, we've been talking about that forever.
They were talking about God of War becoming a movie.
Yeah, same thing with
Metal Gear Solid becoming a movie.
Gears of War. Well, Metal Gear, and Uncharted have moved closer to being
Metal Gear.
The thing about it, what happens is they go to
remake.
Spawn remake. Legacy of Kain.
I forget to tell you, Tom Holland's been cast, and Donnie Wahlberg has been Mark Wahlberg. I don't know why I was saying Donnie Wahlberg.
That's the brother's name.
Yeah, no, but I don't know why I was saying Donnie.
It's Wahlburgers.
Mark Wahlberg has been cast as Old Sully.
Of what?
In Uncharted.
Uncharted. I got you.
Old Sully.
Old Sully. I don't know why I call it Old
if
Sully.
Tom Holland's gonna be
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland's gonna be Drake.
Yeah.
But
So.
I don't think Tom Holland's a good Drake.
Yeah. Firefly was in such demand for a second season that Fox was like, here's a movie to wrap up. They did a movie, and it's pretty much the second season. It's like the way, because the movie the series just ended. There's no season finale, no wrap up. So they put it was called Serenity, which is the name of the ship. And so,
what is that? The name of the ship?
What?
What is the name of the ship?
Serenity, which is also the name of the movie.
What's the ship though?
The ship?
Yeah.
Serenity.
What is that?
It's the ship they're in space.
Oh shit! I thought you were saying shit.
The ship.
Like you're saying it's the shit.
But you know what sucks about Serenity though? Cause Serenity is a good movie on its own, but unless you've watched the first season of Firefly, a lot of it doesn't make sense.
I'm sure it doesn't.
So it's like, because it's like a bunch of people that all know each other. There's no real introduction to any of the characters, and it's just kind of like it takes off like you've already seen the first season of the show. Which, I mean, I guess the people that did see it did, but it didn't do well in theaters because everyone was like, "Who are these people? Why are they acting like?"
Oh, they put it in theaters.
Yes, it was in theaters.
Oh, I thought they might have put
No, it was in theaters.
Theaters.
And it didn't do well in theaters.
Yeah, I would imagine.
And so, because people were like, what is this?
Yeah, because people probably went and saw it. They're like, oh, Nathan Fillion. In a movie.
No, this was probably even before he was kind of big.
Let's go watch it.
Let me see, when did Serenity come out? Serenity release date.
It's like when they put out a Dragon Ball movie.
Yeah.
You don't expect it to do good in America, but that shit's fucking fire in Japan.
Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to search
Even though apparently that Broly movie killed.
No, I haven't seen the Broly one. I've seen
The Broly movie's awesome.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I liked the last movie. What was the last one? The
Revival of F.
Is that what it was good? No. The one that had the fucking cat.
That's Battle of the Gods.
Battle of the Gods.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
Revival of F is when they bring back Frieza. And
Okay,
they fight Golden Frieza.
I haven't seen that one.
And then there's the Broly movie.
So I didn't know about Revival of. I knew Frieza was back
Mm-hmm.
because of the series.
Yeah, there's a movie where they bring back Frieza, and then basically Frieza comes back and he actually trains like Goku, and he gets super strong and becomes Golden Frieza. And he's just as strong as Goku, possibly stronger at that moment, at that point.
Oh shit!
Than Super Saiyan Blue.
Blue is Super Saiyan God, isn't it?
It's like no. Okay, so the red one is Super Saiyan God. Is like the red one is like a regular Saiyan, but a God.
Yeah.
And then the blue one is like if Super Saiyan God went Super Saiyan.
Okay.
That's why in Japanese it's called Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. I didn't know that. And then there's Instinct. Oh, God.
And then there's Ultra Instinct.
Ultra Instinct. I couldn't remember that.
But that hasn't been achieved ever since the anime. He doesn't do that against Broly.
I need to watch the Broly movie. I need to watch Revival of F as well. So the Serenity movie came out in 2005, and Firefly, I think that was the other reason too. Was Firefly was in early 2000, I believe, or 99,
mm-hmm.
And then it went off the air, and then 2002. So, but there was a huge gap between the series being on TV. So even if you did see the series, maybe you saw the series and you're like, oh, that was decent.
Yeah.
I would like the season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then the movie came out 3 years later.
Oh yeah, let's go watch it.
Yeah, and then
look, it's Firefly. Oh my god.
Yeah, so
this movie is pretty good. I don't know why they put it in theaters. They should have just put it on the.
But no, so it's
FX, whatever fucking network they're on.
Yeah, right. Well, at the time it was only Fox. There was no FX. There was no. But yeah, it was a good series. But Fox, apparently, there's been another uproar for people because right now you can watch all of Firefly and Serenity on Netflix.
Okay.
And so there's been an uprising of people like, hey, you guys should bring that shit back.
Well, it's been fucking 15 years.
Yeah. And
Nathan Fillion's old as fuck. He's playing a cop.
Yeah, in fucking Castle. But no, and so Fox is like, yeah, we'd be open to bringing it back if it was a reboot.
Is that what the show's called? Castle?
Castle, yeah. But yeah, it's like, yeah, we're willing to bring it back, but it has to be a reboot. And so now people are like,
oh.
No, people aren't happy. The internet is angry.
You're gonna mess it up. You're gonna make Firefly gay.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Firefly. If you, I think you would probably like Firefly. I think you would like it.
I don't know. To be honest, I'm not super big into sci-fi unless it's Star Wars.
Yeah, but
because Star Wars is more fantasy than anything.
That's true.
I really don't give a shit about Star Trek.
But it's one of Joss Whedon's early shows. Because this was even pre-Buffy.
I don't know. Joss Whedon.
Yes.
Oh, that's the Marvel guy.
Yeah, he did the first two Avengers. That was the first first two Avenger movies. Then he did Buffy the Vampire Slayer the series, and then he also did, I believe he did Dollhouse.
Never heard of it.
Dollhouse was with Elijah Dushku. Is that his name? Dushku?
Sounds familiar. Sounds right.
And then she was like
Eliza Dushku.
Yes, Elijah Dushku. It's gonna be the name of the segment. She was like I've only seen bits and pieces of the show. I never actually watched the show. But it was kind of like, it was supposed to be like a sexy spy assassin kind of show.
Yeah.
But she was like a brainwashed, I don't know if she was a robot or she was a kidnapped, brainwashed human. I don't remember. Because like the way they insinuated that all the people from Dollhouse, the agency, were like clones or like they were bred specifically to kill. But I think they were actually like kidnapped and brainwashed. I'm not sure though. Like that's the whole premise of the thing. Like, oh, she's
I
fighting
see.
with herself. Overwatch 2 has a release date. Is he asleep? Overwatch 2 has a release date potentially leaked by PlayStation. Apparently, PlayStation Brazil says Overwatch 2 is going to be 2020, the year of Overwatch. I don't know why they need a sequel to Overwatch, though. I mean,
because it's not a balanced game. That's why. And it's dying.
Is it?
Yeah.
So that happened in the sequel.
The competitive scene is dying, and that's their bread and butter.
Mm-hmm. Did you have you watched any of the Jeff Goldblum's The World According to Jeff Goldblum?
I've watched like the first 2 episodes, and now I'm just kind of waiting, and I'll watch them in like bulk.
Yeah, I just binged like the last. I binged them all the ones that are currently out right now, and he does one in gaming. And it's like the most like
cringy. Yeah.
It's so awkward. Cause like okay, you remember how awkward the first episode was?
Yeah.
The shoe episode, right?
Was that the first episode?
What was the first episode?
I don't remember.
Cause like some of them he's not as cringy, and some of them he's like real just awkward. Mm-hmm. And the opening scene of the gaming one, he goes to he's at a. Oh god, what's the fucking game? The Russian one. Fuck! Counter-Strike.
Okay.
He's at a Counter-Strike esports fucking tournament, right?
Right.
And the French team, Vitality, is on their break, or they're warming up in their dressing room.
Yeah.
And he goes over to meet them, and they're all like, "Oh, hi," and
Counter-Strike has like the most pro players that cheat.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
At least that's like the biggest I feel like that's the game that has the most drama about cheaters.
You always hear about cheaters?
They all fucking phase. I don't even know the pro teams for Counter Strike, but it's like this guy from this pro team got caught cheating.
Oh shit!
In the middle of a tournament, it was like
fuck. But yeah, no. So he goes into their locker room.
But you don't ever really hear anything about like Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty players, like if anything, they did an exploit. They're doing an exploit that that's not even like you're not supposed to do it. It's like a gentleman's agreement that you don't do it. But these guys were doing it.
It's like no. It's like
they were just
in the street fight.
Like they were just being scumbags versus they were cheating.
Well, I told you about the time I won the tournament in the WWE tournament on the DVD.
I don't think so.
It was it was just like a little local. I think it was Power 106. It was like some.
Oh, maybe you have seen this.
And like there was a I forget what character it was. I think I was using The Rock, but The Rock had so it was an Irish whip into a shoulder tackle into the corner, and what that would do.
This sounds very familiar.
Okay, I probably did. So it would just stun the character, and then it would just allow you to Irish whip them to the other corner, so you can go back and hit them with the shoulder again, and they would just be stunned there again. So you could do that until you built up your special. And so it took like 4 times. You do it 4 times, you got your special. Then I would just rock bottom them, and then I'd pick them up and I'd throw them in the corner again, and do it again until I built up my special.
Until he's weak enough to just pin him or whatever.
And there was nothing he could do about it because he's stunned the entire time. Like he's literally just stunned after every fucking move that I did. So unless he could reverse the Irish whip, the first Irish whip, he was fucked. And like
or if you fucked your timing.
Or if I fucked my timing, yeah. But it was just pretty impossible to fuck up the timing. Mm-hmm. But it was just because like everyone else I beat for the most part pretty cleanly because I was pretty good at the game. This guy was giving me problems. I was like, fuck, I might lose. Irish whip.
He's like, oh come on.
Yeah, and then at the end of after I beat him, he was like, that was a cheesy way. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but you were winning, so
yeah,
I had to pull it out. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I just grabbed my DVD that I want. I was like, yeah.
yeah, it was. But
yeah. What was I saying? Oh, but yeah, so Jeff Goldblum, he goes and meets them in the locker room, and they're like, oh, I hope I'm not interrupting anything, blah, 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 and they're all, like, kind of looking at him like, oh, hi. Like, they're all awkward as fuck as it is, like, the whole team. Like, they're just awkward, and then Jeff is he's trying to be friendly, and they're just kind of introverts, and just kind of like, all just fucking... Yeah. And so, like, finally, one of their coach shows up and says, like, hey, their pizza's here, they need to eat before the tournament. He goes, okay, I'm gonna leave, but before I go, can we? You go, everyone, put your hands in, and let's say vitality on 3. And they're like, oh, we don't do this kind of thing, but they still do it. And he's like, vitality, and they're all like, vitality. He was like, that was terrible, guys, and then he leaves. Like, it was just so like he was like trying to force the interaction, and they're just kind of.
It's not really a team sport. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like,
and I think he hugs one of them at one point, and the guy's just like just cringing away from him. And it's just so like, oh god. And then he goes to understand gaming. He goes to a LARP convention to just understand what being immersed in gaming is, or he goes to a LARP he LARPs.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. It's a funny episode just because it's so fucking like.
Yeah.
It's so great. And then even then, like, at one point the LARPers they explain to him like how to like, oh, okay, well, you know, to when you're LARPing, you don't just play a character, you have to become the character. It's like, are you giving acting tips to fucking Jeff Goldblum? What are you doing right now? You know, you have to become the character, you have to believe you're that character, and you have to become the role. And
like, do you realize who you're talking to?
Do you know who he is? Ian motherfucking Malcolm.
Only stuff I watched on Disney Plus so far: Boy Meets World. I just finished Girl Meets World, and then Mandalorian.
Nice.
Actually, I watched a High School Musical show.
Did you really? How was that?
It's not bad.
I've mainly.
It's not as like they don't shove the singing down your throat.
Oh, okay, that's good. Not like Glee.
They're doing a musical, so most of the time they're singing during the musical.
Okay.
Or when they're practicing or whatever.
Yeah. And
there might be like one where they kind of like burst, and then the other ones are like, oh, he's singing a love song to this girl, or he's like he's actually like, I wrote a song for you.
Yeah.
And he just starts singing. It's not like they're just like having a conversation.
And the conversation, they just start singing to each other.
Yeah.
That's one thing, like with movies, especially like when there's musical bits or like just people randomly dance. It's like in the real world. Could you imagine in the real world? It was like someone like you're walking but down the street and this couple just starts dancing, and all of a sudden you're just there behind them like in step, fucking doing whatever. Like I feel like because then like in those scenes, like there's always that whole like. It's almost a point to like when the dance is over, everyone walks away and goes back like nothing happened. Yeah, you know what I mean. So like you're walking to the store or whatever, and all of a sudden you're stuck in a musical number, and then you just I'm going on my way. That's what I want to see the movie about. Is that guy that gets stuck in everybody else's musical number?
It's like no matter what I do, I'm always in a musical.
I'm just going down the goddamn street.
Yeah, but Girl Meets World is good, but it really shines when like the older characters come in. Yeah. So like Eric, when Eric comes back, he's still fucking got. He's still he still steals the fucking show.
Nice.
Like in Girl Meets World, he's older, and well, obviously he's older, but he somehow becomes senator of New York.
Nice.
Yeah, he just lucks himself into being senator of New York. Yeah. And like what happens is like his campaign manager is trying to get him because he's also campaign manager for the other guy who's running for him, and the other guy is did some really fucked up shit. So they got Eric because he looks like he's a fucking idiot. Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, nobody would possibly vote for this guy, and he ends up winning anyway.
That's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. That's funny. I need to watch that one.
And then he finds this journalist who helps him get his name out there. And it turns out that the journalist is a little kid that he was watching over in Boy Meets World.
Oh shit! Okay, that's awesome. That's so there's a lot of throwbacks and shit like that. Yeah. It's funny when you're talking about the senator thing. It reminds me of.
And even in the last episode, you know how they like with the sister, they like changed.
Sister.
They changed her like 3 times.
Yeah.
They even like poke at that, and they're like, they have both of the girls who played the sister there.
Oh,
nice. Like, hey Morgan, hey Morgan. They like they're it's kind of weird. It's like very meta because they're very obviously supposed to be the same person.
Yeah.
They're both there just talking.
That's funny. But no, the senator thing reminds me of you've seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
No.
No? Shit, you gotta watch that. It's a good movie. Or read the books back. Actually, that's one of the few movies that I feel like the book and the movie are kind of like they're the same. But the president of the galaxy, this guy is Zaphod Beetlebox, whatever. He wins. He's like one of the dumbest people in the galaxy. He wins the presidency because he thought he was entering a best dress competition, and people just. They didn't like the other guy. It's kind of one of those things where... And the other guy's slogan was, don't vote for stupid. Shit, what was I going to say? We were saying something about something. Part of this.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Mandalorian versus The Witcher. So... The Mandalorian, it's when The Witcher started beating the Mandalorian is literally when the Mandalorian stopped putting out episodes. like this is the
yeah.
Like the blue line is the Witcher, the red line is the Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm. Do you see how the Mandalorian is super consistent?
Yeah, and then like the Witcher's like.
Yeah, it's like that's when it came out.
Yeah,
and then like right after. It came out. It took a big spike down, and then now it's kind of just like
So like every episode came out, it would spike up, and then the last episode was on just drops off. But it's funny how that shit happens. What else? Oh, Disney Plus outage. The problem started on the first day. Oh fuck! I thought they were saying it was out now. That's like the first fucking.
For what?
Like the first week of Disney Plus when it was dropping off for people because so many people were signing up for it. But I don't know, that was old shit. Michael's asleep. We haven't talked about the Ghostbusters show. I've been wanting to talk about it on the fucking air. And we haven't.
I still feel like we have.
I swear to God we haven't. But I like it. I like how they're.
You like everything.
I like how they are bringing it to, like how they're bringing it to not New York, and how they're like, it's Egon's granddaughter. It looks like, because she looks just like fucking Egon, and she finds all his old Ghostbuster shit, and
including the hearse,
including
She found her granddad's swastika.
Yes. So it's pretty much. I guess
she found out he's a Nazi, and now she's a Nazi.
Now she's a Nazi. What it seems like is after the events of Ghostbusters 2. Because remember after Ghostbusters 1, everyone hated the Ghostbusters.
No.
And like, because in Ghostbusters, like the opening of Ghostbusters 2 is fucking Ray and oh god, why am I going blank on his name? Ernie Hudson's character. I don't remember his name, but they're like, they go in, they're talking, they have all their gear on, they're talking like, okay, how many are there? They said there's like, there's 10 of them. About how tall are they? They're about this tall. Like it seems like they're gonna go bust ghosts. They get in there and they're fucking singing at a birthday party because they're not busting ghosts anymore, and like no one wants to talk to them, and like, they're just kind of. And even then, it's like my dad says you guys are frauds, and he was like, well, some people don't believe it. No, he just said you guys are frauds. But like so, like they were, and then all the ghost shit happens, and they're the heroes again.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like this one maybe after the second one, like kind of something similar happened. Egon went away and like was developing his own shit on his own, in a warehouse or in a barn.
Mm-hmm.
Then he died, and then he left it to his daughter, who is struggling. So they moved to the farm, and the granddaughter finds everything, and then it goes from there. I like that whole aspect of it, like that. It's like, okay, like this is why there's a gap. This is what, like, it kind of leads to that, and the fact that Paul Rudd. They haven't shown anybody else yet. They showed Paul Rudd and the kids, but they haven't shown any other. I hope.
Like, it's Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray.
Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and Ernie Hudson would have to make appearances, and Sigourney Weaver, and God, I can't remember the actress that plays Janine right now. But I feel like I hope
is Chris Hemsworth.
He comes in just for like he just plays the dumb fucking
and Leslie, what's her name?
Leslie. What is her name?
Leslie Black Lady.
My only worry about, based on what I've seen of the trailer, is I hope it doesn't turn into it's Paul Rudd and the kids, and like Bill Murray kind of makes an appearance, and Dan Aykroyd makes an appearance.
I think it will.
I hope it doesn't. Like, I'm hoping they're more integral to the story. Like, I hope they're not just cameo. Like in the Ghostbusters,
I think they're gonna show up at the end, and that'll be it.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't want it to be. I want it to be. If it's gonna be Ghostbusters, it's gonna be Ghostbusters.
They're gonna come like, you're the Ghostbusters now.
I don't mind if they're okay. Yeah, you guys are the Ghostbusters.
Roll
now,
the credits,
but I don't want them to just be at the end. Like, I don't want them to, or I don't want them to just make an appearance. Like, hey guys, so you found our gear. Good luck. Goodbye. Like, you know.
We don't want it.
Especially because, everyone other than fucking Harold Ramis and...
It should go into why they stopped.
Yeah.
Why does nobody know that ghosts exist anymore?
Yeah. Like because the whole cast, other than Rick Moranis...
Why does nobody know about the Stay Puft?
Right? And I hope they go deeper into the lore of Evil Shandor and all the... and the Gozer worshippers and all that stuff. Like, the game got really deep into that shit. Mm-hmm. And it was fucking creepy and it was cool. So I hope they get into that, like, who that was and why. And I'm thinking that it might play something into it, because the way they're saying, oh, the ghosts are just showing up in this town that's nowhere near a fucking fault line. There's, like, earthquakes happening and all this shit going on. And it's nowhere near a fault line. So I hope they get into some of that. Like, maybe there's a cultist there, or... someone found Egon's research and accidentally called up some shit, or...
Yeah.
I hope they get into that. I don't know, but we'll see. Chubb, you got anything? He's dead. Mr. Weezy, you got anything?
No.
Alright, I got anything else? So I think on that note, don't forget to follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/TheRealPressStart, on Twitters at RealPressStart, and on the Instagrams at The Real Press Start. Like us, rate us, review us on Spotify, Spreaker, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, anywhere you get your podcasts. Share us with your friends. Don't just keep us your dirty little secret. On that note, game over. No more questions.